So you're wanting to get into Commander and you've heard about this thing called Rule Zero. So you may have some questions as to what that is and how do you participate in it. Hey everybody, Jason Com here, and today we'll be going over what Rule Zero is and what you're expected to bring to the table and how to navigate these discussions with grace. First off, what the hell is Rule Zero? If you play D&D or other tabletop games, you may have heard of a Session Zero. This is where all the players get together before the game starts to go over expectations, house rules, and play style. That way each player is set up to have a good experience. Rule Zero is no different. When you sit down at the table, especially with players you don't know personally, it is always a good idea to have a Rule Zero discussion. Remember, Rule Zero is meant to be an honest discussion about setting expectations such that each player has an enjoyable experience. Now, what are some questions that you should be asking during a Rule Zero discussion? My questions of choice are, what are your deck's power level? Are you playing fast mana? Are infinite combos on the table? And are you playing mass land destruction? Now, these definitely aren't all the questions you can ask during a Rule Zero discussion and will often differ based on the experience of the players at the table. If you follow these questions I've listed here, then you should be able to gauge whether or not the decks you've brought will allow you to enjoy playing with the other players at the table. No one wants to bring a power level 4 precon to a table that is playing mana crypts and free counter spells that are also aiming to combo off and blowing up all your lands. Therefore, the best way to approach Rule Zero discussions is to first ask yourself these questions about each deck you intend on playing, then giving yourself permission to walk away. Not every Commander table will be for you, and that's okay. The goal here is to set yourself up to have fun. That's it, guys. We've talked about what Rule Zero is and some questions to ask yourself and other players before getting started. If you don't know what power level your deck is, check out my video about that in the description. In the next video, we'll talk about the social contract and how this may affect your deck building or playgroup dynamics. Until the next time, this is the Commander, signing off.